नमो तस्स भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा संबुद्धस्स नमो तस्स भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा संबुद्धस्स नमो तस्स भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा संबुद्धस्स. Homage to the exalted one, the worthy one, the perfectly enlightened one. Today I am going to introduce a Vipassana meditation, and this is my 15th part of the introduction, the progress of insight. Introduction of the progress of insight meditation. Before that, I will just remind you the practice again. Those who prefer to concentrate on the breath, when you inhale and exhale, say 1 in mentally. Inhale and exhale, say 2. Inhale and exhale, say 3. Start from 1 again. If you prefer to notice the rising and falling of the abdomen, concentrate somewhere here on the stomach. And when the abdomen rises, say rising. And when it falls, say falling. Rising, falling. Rising, falling. While doing, if you experience any painful sensation, notice that place and say in mentally paining, 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 and then until the pain goes off completely and come back to the rising and falling again. If you hear something, say hearing, 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 come back to the rising and falling of the abdomen. If you are thinking, say thinking, 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 come back to the rising and falling of the abdomen. If you have anger, notice that thought, anger, 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 come back to the rising and falling of the abdomen. If you experience itching or scratching sensation, notice those places and come back to the rising and falling of the abdomen. If you hear sudden distraction, say hearing, 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 come back to the rising and falling of the abdomen. You can select either rising and falling or the breathing meditation as the main object. There are 4 positions of meditation. You can do sitting meditation, standing meditation. When you stand still, be aware of the contact of the feet with open eyes, and all the other things are same as sitting meditation. You can do walking meditation with open eyes. Be aware of somewhere around the feet. When you move forward, when you move your foot, lift your foot and move forward and keep it down and say left and then right. So keep on walking left, right, left, right. And gradually you can increase up to 2 steps, lifting, keeping. And then you can also go up to 3 steps, lifting, moving, keeping. You can also do lying down. You can practice meditation. You can lie down. You keep your hand like this so you won't fall asleep, and concentrate on your breathing or the rising and falling sensations and all the other things as explained in the sitting meditation. Now I'm going to introduce you the other activities. When you are stretching your arm and bending, just be aware of that. When you are drinking, be aware of the hot and cold sensation. When you are eating, be aware of sweet and sour taste. And when you are bathing, be aware of the hot and cold sensation. So always bring the mind to the present moment and be aware. Now I am going to start from the place I stopped. I have been explaining in my the 14th clip, last clip, Mochit Kammeta Jnana, that's in Pali language, is called the desire for deliverance. Deliverance. In this, when you improve your mind up to this level, your mind is always trying to run away from the body. So always the mind keep moving from place to place. So as if a bird in a cage and trying to jump out and trying to go away from the cage and looking for some place to escape. So the Sometimes while sitting meditation, you think standing is better. And when you do standing meditation, you feel walking is better. When you do walking, and you again want to sit down or lie down. So you cannot practice at a longer period. You cannot practice for a longer period in one position. Always you keep changing your meditation positions. Even the other things are same. You feel like noticing the thoughts, and then you think it is better to notice the sound, or then better to sit down, and you just the mind is always moving from place to place. Now I have explained the up to 2 pages, and now still the knowledge of desire for deliverance, there are some more to explain here. Some meditators feel their teeth clenching and their heads and bodies moving. Some meditators feel the whole body disappears and a kind of thrilling feeling, and the mind has become so light and feels much comfort. So some meditators feel that the teeth clenching, and some meditators feel the whole body is gradually disappearing. Some meditators do not experience, they don't experience painful feelings, but they notice the disappearance of their mind and the mental objects. They have no desire to live in any part of the universe, and feel that all the places in the universe are not very favorable places for them to live. So at this level, the meditator feels the whole world is not a proper place to live. They really want to escape from everything. So the mind is trying to escape. The meditators having experienced the painful sensations and destruction of the mind and body phenomena often have desire to liberate all the mental coefficient. So here the mind, the meditator feels to liberate, to free his mind from this, the bodily or whatever mental object that comes to mind, he wants to free himself. Some meditators often come across the cessation of the mind and mental objects and thinks it is a relief if they could completely get rid of the body and mind process. Some meditators feel as if the cessation of the mind, as if everything disappears. And they feel that it is better to be free from all the mental and bodily phenomena. Some meditators say, earlier we thought if we could be free from great hell was enough. We had a liking to the human and heavenly worlds, but now we want to be free. We want to be born in, we don't want to be born in any existence in all the 3 worlds: Kama, sensual world; Rupa, material worlds; Arupa, immaterial worlds. They feel all these worlds are so bad and those places, and would love to free from all attachments and realize Nibbana. Here the meditator feels that the whole world, all the three worlds mean the human world, heavenly world, the Brahma world, and all these things, he wants to be free. Earlier the meditator was thinking, if this meditation helps me to be free from, help me not to be born in hell, that's enough. But they had a liking to human world, heavenly world, Brahma world, higher realms. But now the meditators feel at this level, when the meditator reaches the insight meditation up to this level, the meditator feels that he really doesn't want to be born in any of these worlds. Neither human world or heavenly world or Brahma world, not anywhere else, but to be free from everything and to attain this supramundane state called nirvana, nibbana. The meditator has an inference knowledge that all the mental coefficients are impermanent, nothing, and nothing is free from the attachment. The attachment to these mind and body process and they want to free from all these mind and body processes and to realize nirvana. So here we call anumana jnana, inference knowledge. When the meditator experiences all these things, that meditator understand that everywhere, whatever world that exists, they are all mass of suffering, a conglomeration of suffering. So it is the meditator get thoughts like to be free from everything is a great bliss or happiness. To realize nirvana, the freedom from all suffering, is the only way that one can find a solution to this life continuation. So meditator want to get free from everything. He also feel that his meditation practice is correct and he is now on the right path. He has walked a long way now and getting near the final destination. He is now encouraged by this thinking and has confidence now that he will realize the truth soul. So at this level, the meditator gain much confidence. I have practiced a long way. I have walked this path a long way. Now I feel that my mind is going to be free from everything. And I feel that realization of the Nibbana, what the Buddha explained, is I'm getting near to that. This knowledge of desire for deliverance is the knowledge that meditator understand that both the mind and body process come to destruction as they arise. It is not something to get attached to. The meditator does not feel happy at all. He desires to get rid of this unhappy condition by letting go attachment to both mind and body process. So the meditator gets thoughts like that, that he really want to be free from all attachment, the mind and body process. You want to free from all the three existence, the Deva, Brahma and human. Deva means angels and the heavenly world, human world, heavenly world, Brahma world. The Brahma worlds, according to Buddhist cosmology, we have 4 great hells, human world, 6 heavens, and 16 higher realms called the Brahma realms. So the Brahma realms are higher celestial beings exist in those realms. So according to Buddhist cosmology, these kind of realms are explained if you read Buddhism. Now we come to another higher understanding is called the Patisankha Jnana. Patisankha is a Pali word, Jnana, that in English is called re-observation, the knowledge of re-observation. At this stage, the meditator finds that all the mental objects are disappearing as soon as they notice them. So when the meditator reaches up to this level, he finds as soon as they notice the mental objects, quickly they disappear. You also understand the nature of impermanent. He feels everything as bad and a mass of suffering. So here at this level, meditator understand that everything is impermanent. Nothing exists permanently. Our thoughts are changing, bodies are changing, the world is changing, nothing exists permanently. And he understands the impermanent nature of everything. The meditator feels that his body is going to lift up, like there is so much scratching feelings all over the body. So he feels like everywhere the scratching feelings, as if the body is trying to go up. He does not have a happy state in his practice. Here he doesn't feel happy. He is practicing, although he doesn't give up unhappiness or scratching feelings, all these things, under all these conditions, but still he continues the practice. Some meditators find easy to notice the mind and body process, a kind of stiffness develop within the body. His limbs, their limbs become heavy and find difficult to move around. They keep their practice going without any enthusiasm. So some meditators feel their body is so heavy and there is no happiness at all, but they don't give up the practice, they still continue. Some meditators feel kind of very boring, but still continue his practice further. he feels that everything as a painful conglomeration. So some meditators still they continue the practice, doesn't feel any happiness there. And the meditator feels everything a mass of suffering. The meditator hears a humming sound in his ears. If notice that sound mindfully, they disappear. There will be kind of humming sound the meditator experiences at that time in the ear. And if he notices properly, they disappear gradually. But again they arise and the sounds increase too. He finds that this kind of hearing, the sound is not a happy state. It brings sadness and eager to get rid of it. So he hears kind of a humming sound again and again. And he also feels very sad. He wants to free from all these problems. At this stage, meditator must try to focus on another object instead of the sound. By doing so, he could get rid of those sounds. So at this level, when the meditator hears a humming sound in the ear, he should focus on another object. For example, a pain or sensation of the body. Try to remove his mind from that area and bring to another point. So that way he can get rid of this humming sound. The meditator experiences a kind of heat sensation all over the body. He feels as if sitting on fire embers. He feels that kind of a heat as if sitting on fire embers. He feels so tremendous heat. He finds an unbearable painful sensation and he feels that everything is bad. So he feels like unbearable, very painful sensation. He feels that everything is bad. He finds that each and every mental object are very separate. He feels those objects far from each other. He feels that his mind has no any connection with the mental objects. He finds listless and stay a long gap in between noticing. He finds that the mind, each and every mental objects are very separate. For example, the sound is very separate from the thoughts. He feels that everything has no connection. If he notices the pain, he feels the pain is coming from very far. But when he look at this body, he feels that he is noticing right here. But actual pain is coming from very far. His concentration power still exists. When he comes to his senses, he finds his noticing is much better than before. Sometimes he just stay doing nothing as listless. And gradually he'll be able to notice, and he finds that his noticing will become much better than before gradually. Some meditators feel a heat sensation in the abdomen. When noticed, they disappear and come again time to time. They arise time to time. Because of the difficulty, they have a desire to liberate from all mental and bodily process. So some meditators feel that the heat sensation is unbearable. When they notice, they disappear, but they arise time to time. And they really want to free their mind from all these difficult situations. The differences of the knowledge of desire for deliverance and the knowledge of re-observation are as follows. During the knowledge of desire for deliverance, the meditator come across minor painful feelings and notice several times the pain reduces but lasts longer. During the knowledge of observation, re-observation, the meditator come across severe painful feelings, but they do not last longer. When noticed once or twice, they disappear completely. So before the earlier, at the level I have explained the desire for deliverance, and the knowledge of re-observation. During the knowledge of desire for deliverance, the meditator come across minor painful feelings. So before he was experiencing minor painful feelings, when noticed several times, the pain reduces and gradually disappears. But the pain lasts longer and then disappears. During the knowledge of re-observation, at this level, the meditator come across severe painful feelings, but they do not last longer. As soon as they notice that, they disappear. At this stage, the object gradually disappears. The meditator will comprehend the state of anicca, impermanent, suffering and no self. We call it anicca, dukkha, anatta. Anicca, the nature of impermanent, the nature of suffering, and nature of no self. Here the no self means not somebody doing these things, but those are just happening. Those things are happening. Now, the other part is the Sankarupeka Jnana, called the knowledge of equanimity about formations. I will explain it in my next presentation. So thanks for listening. I hope that we have courage to practice this and are lucky enough to experience the progress of insight and to find liberation in this very life. Liberation means to free from all suffering and to reach the enlightenment state. Let me bless you. May all living beings be well, happy and peaceful. May they be free from problems. May they be free from difficulties. May they be blissful. May they be joyful. May they take care of themselves. May all living beings be free from illnesses. I thank you for listening.